I am pleased to call upon Altavius Johnson, Student Government Association President, to introduce the recipient of the 2025 Hugh McKean Award to bring greetings to the graduates on behalf of the faculty.
The Hugh F. McKean Award is selected annually by the senior class of Rollins College to recognize excellence in teaching and campus engagement. Known for their devotion to education inside and outside of the classroom, this year's recipient was described by a student in these words: "Someone I can confide in who helps me through both personal and academic challenges. They taught me invaluable skills in time management, life, and critical thinking. Exactly the kind of teacher-student relationship I hoped for when I came to Rollins, the embodiment of a liberal arts education, and I probably wouldn't be graduating if it weren't for her." To speak to the graduates this morning, it is my honor to present the winner of the 2025 Hugh F. McKean Award, Dr. Emily Russell, Kenneth Curry Professor of Literature and Professor of English. Yay.
I'm an English professor, so I'm going to start by telling you a story. I'm standing on the top of a mountain in Peru with 12 students and my colleague, Jana Matthews. Our tour guide had told us the day before that we had some free time in our itinerary, and did we want to go ziplining? If you know Dr. Matthews, you know we got in the van. When we arrived at the mountaintop site, there was nothing. A small shack, maybe an outhouse, and a tall wooden pole with a steel cable stretching 1,000 yards across a gorge. The mist had not yet burned off for the day, so we could not see to the other side. Dr. Matthews waved happily to me and launched herself into the mist, while I was left to make sure all of the students got across safely and then follow myself. And because I'm an English professor, this is not just a story, it is also a metaphor. But before I explain, I have to make a confession. It turns out that I love giving advice. And it turns out that freaked out college students are very happy to hear advice from a caring adult who is not their parent. So back to the zip line between the mountains. From where you are sitting today, graduates, you cannot see the other side of your 20s through the mist, but it's there. The truth about the job application process is that until you actually get that offer, it can feel like you are dangling over the void, scared and uncertain. Now, once you're in the first job, you'll probably only work there for a year or two before a new opportunity emerges. After nearly 2 decades at Rollins, I've learned that the big announcements start to come around 27 or 28. That's when former students start sharing big career news, new cities they're settling into, maybe even announcements of babies or marriages. These milestones, you can't see them from where you're sitting today, but they're there for you if you want them, waiting. My advice: trust that your liberal arts education has prepared you to meet the moment. Give yourself the grace to believe that if you put in the work, you will make it across, and remember that worry isn't work. My second piece of advice: do not get a dog. Not right away. Dogs live 7 to 16 years. The zip line is no place for a dog. Now for the family members. A commencement podium is the one place where you're allowed to give advice to other grown-ups, so here goes. You are also on that zip line between the mountains. You are crossing from being a parent to a child to a relationship between adults. My own kids are in 6th and 9th grade, but I still remember those heady days when I could trick them into thinking they had a choice by asking if they wanted to wear the blue shorts or the gray shorts. You are in a place where your adult children will start to truly make their own choices. But since it's scary out here over the gorge, they will pour their worries and anxiety back toward you. And of course, you will want to make the choices for them in the face of their fear. A few magic phrases to deploy. I'm proud of you. I know it's hard. Are you looking for advice, or do you just want to vent? Class of 2025, you truly are exceptional. My connection to you started when I drove a 15-passenger jump bus to stage a rescue mission on the side of I-95. Together, we have run at full speed with carry-on suitcases through both the Frankfurt and Atlanta airports. We have ridden on the back of dirt bikes over sand dunes on an island in the Mekong River. Back home on campus, we have discussed the how, what, and the why, and we have looked for solutions when you are at stress level red, orange, or yellow. Each of these moments has a story attached, which brings me to my final piece of advice. Learn to tell stories. Find the punchline in these petty traumas, and then use stories to become interesting. Never underestimate the appeal of a coworker or a date that knows how to tell a funny anecdote. Because once you understand that stories are something you shape, revise, and analyze, you develop one of the most profound powers any of us can hold, the power to rewrite your concept of yourself and the world around you. We tell ourselves stories about what we can't do, the experiences we think we won't like, and how our backgrounds have shaped us. But those stories are not written in stone. They can be revised. So go ahead, embrace a little bit of main character syndrome. Reject the stories that don't serve your happiness and write new ones. Class of 2025, thank you for sharing your lives with me for the past 4 years. I can't wait to hear what stories you write as you cross the next decade.